That's right. Nuclear power is in the spotlight as the Trump administration pushes for American energy dominance with a big focus on innovation in nuclear fuel and reactor technology. Now, this week, U.S.-based Lightbridge announced a partnership with NYSE-listed company Oklo, a nuclear tech company chaired by Sam Altman, of course. And together, they're going to co-locate a commercial-scale fuel fabrication facility and explore new ways to reprocess used nuclear fuel. Now, here to talk more about this exciting partnership and what it means for the broader future of nuclear energy is Seth Grae. He is the CEO of Lightbridge. Good morning, Seth.
Good morning. Good to see you.
It's great to have you on the show this morning. Now, I do want you to elaborate more on the significance of this collaboration and how it advances nuclear innovation in the U.S. for the years to come.
Trinity, I think it's a very significant collaboration to see some of the publicly traded pure nuclear companies starting to collaborate with each other in ways that will advance what each company does, especially if two companies like Lightbridge and Oklo that aren't competing with each other, but have some commonality. So that by joining together in a commercial fuel fabrication facility that we're looking into can save both companies capital cost, operating cost. There are engineers and other personnel we can share, equipment we can share, perhaps licensing even with the NRC. So it's quite significant when you look at Lightbridge with developing fuel for the existing kinds of reactors, the smaller versions of those kinds of reactors that are coming, and Oklo looking at designing new kinds of reactors to come together in ways that potentially could significantly help both companies.
And the Trump administration is advocating for American energy dominance with a strong focus on nuclear energy. How does Lightbridge's metallic fuel technology align with this broader vision? And what role do you see it playing in the U.S. energy strategy moving forward?
Yeah, it's what we're all about. I was one of the CEOs that met with President Trump in his first term and helped lead toward what was called the Nuclear Fuel Working Group report that led to a lot of Department of Energy and national lab programs that are supporting companies like Lightbridge now that we're benefiting from, and we see continuing and perhaps expanding under the Trump administration. At Lightbridge, we're right now doing our testing and development based at the Department of Energy's Idaho National Laboratory. And in terms of energy dominance, there's nothing like nuclear power. It just will produce more power, for the size of the plant by far than anything else that could possibly be done. And Lightbridge fuel will allow the existing plants to produce even more power. That can help justify reopening closed reactors, extending the licenses of existing ones, building new ones, and designing more, even smaller ones that will produce more power than they otherwise could have. So this is very good for, really for the world that needs so much more energy right now.
And with leaders like Sam Altman and Jacob DeWitt involved in Oklo, how does their expertise and influence help shape the direction and impact of this sort of partnership?
Well, tremendously. I first met Jake when we were very early at Lightbridge, and he and Caroline Cochran were starting Oklo. We very much have admired them and what they do. And the investors and other leaders in the companies are incredible. So Sam Altman coming in as chairman of Oklo shows the link between Silicon Valley, AI, data centers, and nuclear energy. And that's just one use case. The CEO of ExxonMobil says that oil and gas production will decarbonize, and that will be a massive need for clean energy that nuclear can provide. Smaller reactors like Oklo is designing could even be used for fracking operations and others, move to remote locations. So it's really a tremendous opportunity.
Seth, we have about 60 seconds left here, but I do want to get your take on something. So given your involvement with the Nuclear Energy Institute and the Civil Nuclear Trade Advisory Committee, what policies or regulatory support do you believe are critical and crucial to accelerating the adoption of nuclear energy and your company's technology?
Right. Well, I'll start with the Advance Act that has passed Congress and has become law. And the Congress needs to hold the Nuclear Regulatory Commission's feet to the fire to make sure that they're maintaining the highest standards of safety while speeding up and cutting the costs of licensing and of making sure companies know exactly how long it will take and how much it will cost. And Lightbridge is really at the forefront of this, where we're going to be starting to do licensing in faster ways, we expect, taking advantage of the Advance Act.
Yep. Well, you brought up a lot of key points there, Seth. Thank you so much for joining us on the show this morning. Again, Seth Grae, Lightbridge Chairman and CEO.
Thank you, Trinity.